Harris County's performance in last year's November election is now impacting this year's. A new law says no county with more than 3.5 million people can have an elections administrator, which is an appointed position. The only county that will be affected is Harris. Other large counties like Bear, Tarrant, and Dallas will still be allowed to appoint elections administrators. The Harris County attorney calls the law unconstitutional.
Our state constitution bans local laws because legislators are supposed to be passing laws that benefit the entire state.
Harris County tried to challenge the bill in court so it could run the election in November with an elections administrator, but the Supreme Court of Texas said the law can take effect in September. Now the election will be run by the county clerk and tax assessor-collector, both of whom are elected Democrats. Cindy Siegel with the Harris County Republican Party says if they don't do a good job, the voters can decide whether or not to re-elect them.
We're asking for it to be put back into the hands of two Democrat African-American women that were originally elected. Both of them were elected to do those jobs.
Republicans like the bill's author, Houston area Senator Paul Betancourt, say local officials in Harris County stumbled during recent elections. They point to last year's March primary, when Harris County was the only one in Texas that took more than 24 hours to fully report results and discovered an additional 10,000 mail-in ballots a week later. In November's election, there were ballot shortages and delayed openings at polling places.
That's a really bad thing to happen in the 21st century. It has to stop.
One voting rights advocate says the state could have provided Harris County with more funding and resources to run elections instead of abolishing its elections administrator.
It very much is setting up Harris County for failure in creating this punitive solution as opposed to productive investment in the county to prevent mistakes.
The Supreme Court of Texas will hear oral arguments in this case in late November. That's a few weeks after this year's constitutional amendment election. For Spectrum News, I'm Charlotte Scott.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. For more refreshing stories about your community, click the subscribe button over here. You can also download our Spectrum News app and tune in to Channel 55 on Dish and DirecTV to get live news coverage, weather updates every 10 minutes, and more. We'll see you then.